Hi guys, welcome to the DiaSpace podcast. My name is Peter Nderito, registered architect. Today we're also joined by
Brenda, the construction manager.
so basically what this podcast will be about is Kenyans who want to build back home. We've created a unique solution for you that is led by professionals. So we're just going to have typical conversations on how you can build back home with ease with professionals who you can trust. Join us in this journey.
Yeah. So, anyways, people will be asking us like, why did we start DiaSpace? What do we do? Who's Peter and who's Brenda? And I think maybe I can start. I'm a construction manager, and I'm basically the one on ground here in Kenya, and I'll be the one who'll be taking over from the groundbreaking. So as soon as you groundbreak, I'll be there, and until we also hand over your house. So I'm actually the project manager, from start to finish. And Peter?
Yeah. So the fact that we are talking about projects here, specifically buildings, the first person that you must have is a registered architect. So my name is Peter Nderito, registered architect, as we've just said. So the designs now start now from my part. So we'll talk about the intricate details regarding that design, but we'll show you guys how we do it right from visiting the site, having a sit down with the client where the client talks about the brief, the 2D design, the 3D design, the drawings that are used for the process of approval together with the construction, the approval process. We'll get to show guys how that entire thing basically goes.
Yeah. And I think it's very important that we're taking people through the whole stage because, there's a lot of misconceptions and there's a lot of misinformation as well. There's so many quacks. Some people don't even know also how construction starts and what it is all about, We've had so many cases on the news. We've read stories on the papers. So many people come out and say, we're struggling with building, People have run away with our money. Projects have stalled and stuff like that. So if we can also, that's the basis of this podcast, the pain points of what our clients and also Kenyans in general, not only Kenyans in the diaspora face these things, also Kenyans here back at home. Where they can actually check their projects, but somehow the construction industry and the construction process, it's just so skewed. And I think you should pinpoint a bit about the problems that Kenyans face.
Yeah. So I think one of the things, and I think when you're talking to Kenyans who now don't live here, who have like are relocated to as in overseas, they just laugh about this story, but it's a very serious thing. If you ask me,
it is.
Yeah, so there are stories where someone sends money to their family members.
I know.
Then now the photos that they're being sent to, they're houses that don't belong to them. Let's say there's a neighbor right next to that site who's building. So those are the photos that you are as in actually seeing. So there's definitely that. There's the thing about you're sending money, then when you come back home, there's actually nothing. So we've heard about stories where guys actually faint when they get to their sites.
I know.
Yeah, because there's actually nothing there.
Yeah.
So now at DiaSpace, we just help now Kenyans who are not around here to manage that entire thing, right from the design to the approval process together with the construction process. So we'll take guys through that entire thing.
Yeah. And I think also we can also talk about how like Kenyans, abroad, they fear building back home. The deceit, the unprofessionalism that happens on the sites. They've just commissioned their uncle, hey, uncle, I need a house ASAP, niko na pesa, and I want to come home in December. I want you to build something for me here, countryside or Rushago, as people say it. So I think we can also talk about why do Kenyans in the diaspora fear building back home. I know you've touched a little bit on that, but I think we can go into detail a little bit before now we go to why we created this podcast and why DiaSpace became DiaSpace. Like, what's our breakthrough story, you know?
Okay. So I think they face a couple of issues.
Yeah.
I think number one is the lack of oversight. So they don't have their eyes here. So very many things can just fall between the cracks. So the lack of oversight is, I think, one of the biggest hurdles. The second one is the unprofessionalism.
Yeah.
You just mentioned it. They deal majorly with quacks.
Yeah.
So we'll get to explain to them the consultants that they need, the registered consultants that they need,
And
not
I
just the
think-
consultants.
Yeah, and I think I can also add, we will go to intricate details about what does a registered architect mean. You know, it's not that you've just finished 4 years of school and then, wow, you're an architect. We'll go to intricate details. What is a registered architect? What's a registered structural engineer? And everybody in the team. So, yeah, continue. Sorry for
So
interrupting.
the third problem that they normally face is deceit. And you've just
The lies.
you've just highlighted on that. So the deceit can come from family members, and especially family members.
Kwanzaa, they're the main culprits, you know?
Oh, sijui you're sending money to your brother, but your brother just wants to buy like the latest car. Your brother just wants to do
know.
what? Your
Yeah.
sister as well.
I
It can
know,
also
right?
have-
I know, right? Tata sisters.
Exactly. So there's that. They also fall prey to rogue contractors.
Definitely.
Guys who you send money to them, so they use your money to build someone else's project in the hope that they will recover
Break
that money
even.
to now come and now do now your thing. So I think there's that. Then I think fourthly is, I think, the pricing, I think, element. They have lots of hidden costs. They have a lot of scope creeps.
Yes.
And I think our story, I think now started from that particular pricing thing.
Yes.
And I think maybe we can just talk about it, I think, briefly.
Yeah, and I think since he's the lead consultant, we had a client who was based in the UK, and he had commissioned Peter to do some drawings for her. She was building a home back here in Limuru. So I think you can tell us how what happened and all that.
Yeah. So basically, this is the tale of two siblings.
Yeah.
I think I can get to call it that. So the first sibling, we did the design for her, and she got a contractor who was now to do the development. So fast forward, there's one thing that professionals help in. Not only the drawings part, the supervision element as well.
Yeah.
So for that particular project, the consultants were not involved in the supervision bit. How we got to actually knew as in about this is when the client now came back to the country, she called us and she told us that the building has already been done.
Yeah, I
so that was actually very shocking to us. So we went there, had a look at everything. Yeah, we definitely noticed one or two things that were not done right. And they were not done right because the eyes of the professionals were not there.
So the lack of supervision.
Yeah, the lack of supervision was a big issue, I think, there. So now we had now lunch with the client. So the client had now come with the other sibling. So when we were just having our normal lunch, we were receiving phone calls from our other client who's based in Ngong.
Yeah.
So we picked up the call. The client wanted to know the cost of Mazeras. So we told that client the cost of Mazeras. But the two siblings were hearing about
Present. Yeah, I remember.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They were eavesdropping, I think, on the conversation that we were having.
I know.
Which I think
It helped them, you know?
it did actually.
Come to think of it.
Yeah, because we were letting the client know that the cost of Mazeras can range between 1,200 per square meter to 1,500 per square meter.
Yeah.
But the client whose house had already been built, she was super shocked.
I can remember the shock on her face. She was like, what?
What do you mean that's the
Yeah.
cost of Mazeras? Then she was like, then why did my contractor tell me this thing is 2,500 per square meter?
I know.
So we were there maybe saying, maybe that's together with the cost of labor. But now to our shock, that did not include the cost of labor. So
Imagine.
the other sibling who had not built back home, she was afraid.
Yeah.
So now, by that entire story, she confirmed that building back home is a nightmare.
It is.
But now, fast forward, she trusted us with the design job. So we did now the design for the second sibling. And she entrusted us now to supervise that entire job for her. So to just name one specific element is the boundary walls.
Yeah.
So they both had boundary walls. The sites were not far from each other.
Yeah.
The size of the sites were roughly slightly less than half an acre.
Yeah.
So now the first sibling whose house had already been done, her boundary wall labor was 1.75 million.
Yeah.
That's what the contractor now and he charged her. But in now the second case, now where the contract was basically led by professionals who are supervising, that entire cost of just the boundary wall went down to 450,000 because we put in measures how she can be able to monitor, how she can pay things directly to suppliers.
We eliminated the extra costs or the hidden costs.
Exactly. Now that's now what we did. So we were able to stretch the 1.75 that the first sibling spent on just the boundary wall labor. So for us, we got to do, I think it was like 75% of the boundary wall within that 1.75, the foundation of the house, ground floor walling, the first floor slab, the first floor walling together with the rooftop slab.
Imagine.
Mind you, the costing of 1.75, within that money, we were able to also pay the electrician to do the first fix when we were doing the ground floor slab together with the plumber. So we were able to stretch that entire thing to cover all those things. So now with that experience, we decided that we are going to focus on Kenyans living in the diaspora, to just give them that professional look when it comes to design, supervision, approval, together now with your part now, the construction, project management.
Yeah. So I think to wrap everything up on what you've actually said, I think what DiaSpace really does, we want to educate you as well. We want to take you from design, before the fact, like when you're briefing us, you've called us or you've emailed us, like, DiaSpace, I want you to do my home in Kilifi. I want you to do my home in Nakuru. We'll take you through the entire process. Just here on the podcast, we'll take you through design. We'll take you through approval, since the architect actually is the one who's supposed to take your drawings to the county. And we're also going to tell you everything, also the construction management now part. That's the one that I chair and I also do. And I think also we'll be showing them clips, and they can also be going on our socials as well, so that they can be seeing also things to do with costing. We'll do videos on costings, like how much does a 3-bedroom cost in this area and stuff like that. So I think mostly what we do, we educate, and we literally take you through each and every step in terms of construction. So I think since we have already tackled how DiaSpace started, I think, what do our viewers also, what should they expect from us?
Yeah, so I think one of the things now, being an architect and a professional, we are going to have our fellow consultants now come in. Now that is the structural engineer. He's going to briefly tell us what they do. We'll have the mechanical engineer, then the electrical engineer, landscape architect, interior designer, and quantity surveyor. So we'll get to show you guys who you need to be working with. So when you're looking for consultants, they will be able to understand what the role of the consultants is. We'll also have a segment of
Q&As as well. So you can be asking us any questions. If you have any burning question that you need to ask us, you can always DM us or email us. We'll share our socials with you guys. So you can ask us anything. You can tell us, you can also DM us your dilemmas, anything that you've gone through that you think we should highlight. And yeah, also short, clear episode. So we'll be going topic by topic, stage by stage. And yeah, I think that's honestly everything we have for today. So I think also anything to note that I've forgotten
our
intro.
Yes, I think you've tried to capture us in everything. So I think one thing that we just need to stress is that in DiaSpace, we basically have, I think it's 3-4 pillars.
Yes.
So number one is trust and transparency. We know that is one of the biggest issues that they have. So we are here to, as an offer, guys that. The second one is professionalism. So the entire team is a team of guys who have been trained, who've been certified to handle the construction, right from the design up to the handover. Number 3 is the value as an addition. So the things that we provide, and you're going to see that when it comes to number 4, that is the technology bit. We know that you guys are not here. So the fact that you guys are far, we've been able to use a couple of technological advancements to help you guys now see what's happening. From the live cameras that we have on site to the client portal that we have, to the sheets that we operate, to the drone images that we capture, to the Ray-Ban, Meta, first-person view shots, to the virtual tours that we also have. So those are the things that we will be taking you guys through so as to understand how the entire thing now works, basically. I think that's that.
Yeah, I think that's that. So follow us on our socials so that you don't miss any episode. And also share our video, repost, and tag somebody who wants to build here in Kenya or anywhere else. And I think that's it for us.
Yeah, so the other thing to mention is when they go to the information part, they'll be able to see our email address.
Yes.
So they can be able to email us, DM us and all that. Yeah, so guys, thank you very much. This is episode 1.
Yeah.
And it is episode 1 of
many
to come. So we'll be shooting from this studio. We'll also be shooting from sites.
Yes.
We'll be shooting from our offices. We can also have guys, if at all you're seeing this video when you are in Kenya, you can get to visit us at the GTC office tower, 14th floor. That's where you're going to get us. And let's have a conversation. Let's help you guys finish the conmanship, the deceit and the luck. Na mjenge nyumbani with DiaSpace.
Yeah.
Thank you.